Hello friends, welcome back. It is time to do our curriculum videos for the year. We're just about ready to graduate my oldest daughter. And so next year we will have 11th grade and 9th grade. My middle daughter will be in 11th grade and my son will be in, 11th grade and my son will be in 9th grade. So I will just have two high schoolers. Wow, words today. It's a really busy time of year, as I'm sure all of you are feeling. But let's talk about what we are doing for 9th grade this year. Something that we are going to do together with my 9th grader and my 11th grader is this curriculum from Not Consumed. I really like some of their Bible stuff. I haven't tried any of the other stuff. We did New Testament this year, and so next year we're going to be doing Old Testament, and this sets up just like this on your table, and you flip through the different lessons. There is corresponding, you go through a book of the Bible each week. There is corresponding, which is honestly one of my favorite parts, corresponding journals. Let me open one for you. Maybe. And inside there are stickers, which even my old high schoolers love the stickers. It's just something to follow along with and do that's fun. And so these are my favorite. They're like the pictures of the people that you're talking about, like in a little postage stamp. And so let me find a page for you here that has the weekly. This is the weekly. It's hard to see with the glare. Maybe this way. This is the weekly layout. We usually do 2 at a time because we only do this every other day. And so you have like an overview of the book, you have a word of the week, you have God is, and it's a word that describes God. You have, it's called God Up Close, which is the postage stamp. It's like a what you're learning about, a person that actually like did it or is doing it in history, a timeline section, and then my takeaways from this week is the very bottom. This has been a great thing this year, and so I'm looking forward to going through the Old Testament next year. I had gotten these this year, and so I have one for my oldest daughter. Okay, we're going to do that later. Set that aside. But she will be taking classes at the community college for entrepreneurship. So I don't know that she'll be able to do that with us. I don't think that she would mind if she happened to be home to do it with us. Okay, so that's what we are doing for like a Bible type. It's really just like a little devotion like type thing that I just like to do. So for LA, for my 9th grader, I am using, again, I've used The Good and the Beautiful for a very long time for LA. I really like it. It's very comprehensive. It teaches good writing skills. And so my son will be in the high school level 1. It comes with 10 different unit booklets. I'm not going to open it up because, might get lost till next year. I always have them. It comes with a book pack, which is right here, and I keep my little labels on it from year to year. Into the Unknown, Patterns on the Wall, Up from Slavery, and John Greenleaf Whittier. So that's the book pack that it comes with, and it instructs them to read these within the curriculum. And then I do always have them do the reading challenge that goes along with it. So you just print this out. So the books I had my daughter do when we did this was Pollyanna, Hue and Cry. Man, Claire. Hue and Cry. And then I do have The Hiding Place as one of the books. But I can't find it. I think we might have borrowed it from my mom or something. But also, I've learned with my oldest daughter that all of them are very good readers. Because of time constraints and such, like she would prefer to like fold her laundry and listen to an audiobook like while she's doing that. So a lot of her books this year, she checked out from the library as an audiobook and did it that way. And I'm imagining that my son might be the same way. And so I'm probably going to get The Hiding Place in an audiobook for him to be able to listen to it that way while he's like doing a chore or folding his clothes or whatever. I think that's probably going to be a good option for him. If not, we will just borrow the book again. That will be fine. Okay, that is LA. For his math, we're doing CTC math again. We've just stuck with it. It's really good. Oh, hold on. Before we move on to math, I did purchase one more thing from Not Consumed this year. While they're reading these extra books, I feel like I'm constantly asking them, like, where are you at in that book? You know, what's the book telling you? What, you know, like I'm asking them questions and stuff to make sure that they're reading it, to make sure that they're comprehending it. And I'm just kind of tired of asking, quite honestly. So I bought them this reading journal. It has all different sections, which they will be having all different types of books: nonfiction, biography, autobiography, nonfiction, Christian lifestyle, leadership, nonfiction, money, business, nonfiction, informational text, and then 4 fiction books. So it has a spot, I'm just gonna like randomly open it. It has a spot where you can like journal everything as you're reading the book, and that's going to be very helpful for me to go and look at and see where they're at. So like there's a pre-reading day where they write down the title, the author, total number of pages, when your finish date is, number of pages you need to read each day, and then it helps you categorize what type of book it is. So this is going to be very helpful. So that goes along with LA. Okay, so then CTC math he will be in Algebra 1 this year. CTC math is very good. It's very easy to use. All of my kids have gotten a little bit frustrated that I'm getting a phone call, hold on. That some of the lessons, the questions that immediately follow the lesson have nothing to do with the lesson. And I've explained to them that like math builds on itself, so you're expected to remember your previous lessons. For some reason, that always really bugs them, that the lesson that they just watched, the questions sometimes don't correspond to the lesson. But other than that, it's very good. It grades it for you. Easy for me to sit in on the lesson to then be able to help them if they have questions or whatever. So I don't have a physical product. Obviously, that one is online. So next, he is going to do American history, so like early American history. So we actually did the latter half of this year. Really, really good history curriculum. I really like it. We only got through half of it because we only do it every other day, and we do all the things. So there's a lesson review book where they write down, like I can show you like the back of the book where we're almost done. They write down, as we're reading, they write down answers to questions. So that's very helpful. Comes with an answer key and literature guide. It comes with a timeline, which it tells you in the lesson when to write something on the timeline. And then it comes with a maps book as well. And let me see if I can find one that they've done. So each lesson, there's instructions on what page to go to and to do some like activities with the map. So that is all super helpful. It also comes with a We the People, words from the makers of American history. So like letters, speeches, all that kind of stuff. It comes, and then it tells you when to read it, and we read it at the end of the lesson. So we really took our time with the first half of it. So he is going to do early American history for his history credits. Then I am 95% certain that we are doing creation science from Compass Classroom. I say 95% because I'm unsure of, I want to have both the kids do it, and I might have to pay for both of it, which I don't really want to do, but I really don't see with their schedules, I don't see them each being able to sit and do it together. And then there's like online quizzes that like they're not going to be able to, like, they each need their own account, if that makes sense, which is okay. It's also a lot of reading. It's not a lab science, and so I was uncertain of whether I wanted to do that for 9th grade, but I think it will be interesting to my 9th grader, and so I think we're going to go ahead and do it. And just to keep things simple, I'm going to have my 11th grader do it as well, and then we can all be like reading and discussing it together. So I will pop some pictures up as I've been talking here so you can kind of see what I'm thinking about. But then, oh, I left my paper, hold on. You can tell how my life is going right now. It is full tilt around here and my brain is scattered. Okay, if you've never watched my curriculum videos before, we do sort of a hybrid situation with our public school system. All of our kids are super athletic, super involved in sports, and we don't have any sort of local homeschool sport things. Travel is definitely not an option for our family, so we utilize the public school system for that. But with that, our Michigan High School Athletic Association, in my opinion, really kind of persecutes homeschool students because they make them be enrolled 66% into the public school system to be able to play sports with them. So that means that we do the 4 core classes at home, and then my kids have to turn around and do 4 electives with the high school to be eligible to participate in sports. So like in Jericho's case, my 9th grader, he is going to be playing football, basketball, and baseball. And so he has to be enrolled 66% of the time, which equals 4 classes, which is an extra 2 classes every semester that they're taking. So, my guidance counselor office is fantastic to work with. I love them. They really try to make the schedule work for our family, and so they have block scheduling, so we try not to schedule anything the very first block of the day so that we can get the majority of our group subjects and homeschooling done before they have to go into the school, because once they're done with school at like 2:25, it's like practice time, like all that stuff. So Jericho, my 9th grader, will most likely be taking a gym class, Spanish 1, some sort of beginner computer class, and then they do have a whole catalog of online classes where if they prove for like the first week or 2 that they can work diligently on their online class, then they can get permission to work on those at home. And so that gives us another big chunk to work on our homeschool plus that online class. And so there's a whole catalog of stuff that you can take. My girls have taken guitar, they've taken entrepreneurship, business classes, sign language, like all sorts of classes that they've taken. So he'll just get to choose one online class to take. And that completes all of his credits. So again, those electives it really just depends on what classes we can get back to back, so that we can have as much time at home to work on our homeschool classes. So that is our 9th grade curriculum for this year. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, we will see you in the next video. Bye!